got a couple waterways over here that are too rough to be made for hay, and they're not in a CRP program, so I'm gonna hook on the bush hog and go knock them down today. Try to make them look a little nicer.
I have always loved getting people out on a gravel road and letting them see the farm life firsthand, whether it's in the field at our full-time farming jobs or here at home on our own little cattle ranch. So now I'll bring the camera along and you sit back and ask the questions. Let's explore this Midwestern farming and ranching lifestyle together. This is your channel. This is Dodge Brothers Farm and Ranch.
Now this is a pretty slow job. I'm only going 1.7 miles an hour because it's really rough right down here in the middle of the waterway. This particular waterway had some water in it this spring when we planted and did tillage, and it was still pretty wet when I side dressed. In fact, there was a fair amount of it that we did not even cross with the equipment because it was too wet. But the places that we were able to get across, we cut a track with the tractor and the equipment coming through. This waterway's been in bad shape for a couple years, and it's probably going to be on the list to be reworked pretty soon anyway. I'm on the last pass right now, and it's sure taking a lot of time here, but it's really nice to be able to look back and see all that you've accomplished. Well, it is hay hauling weekend. We've got a lot of money invested in this hay between fertilizer cost and land rent and equipment costs and custom work, hiring the round baler to come in, and some of the tedding and raking that was done. So now it's time to get some of these bales moved down the road, get some checks to take back to the bank to put some of that money back. So I'm on the way to Dad's this morning. Yesterday I was checking the cows down at the pasture, and one of them is limping really bad. I don't know if it's foot rot or if she's got a small piece of wire embedded in the bottom of her foot or something. And we don't have a cattle working facility out there at the corral, so my brother's gonna come out and we're gonna haul her up to the vet clinic, see what we got going on. Okay, so here's the story on foot rot. It's basically a bacterial infection in the hoof, and it usually gets started by stepping on something sharp like a little rock, causing a little laceration, and then standing around in the creek bed or the mud all day to try to stay cool in the heat of the summer. We were lucky that we caught hers early on because it was easily treatable with some topical spray and a shot of antibiotic. supposed to rain tonight all of a sudden. They kind of changed their mind on our no rain forever forecast. And we've got a 50% chance of rain tonight, between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch. Whenever it rains, there's always a chance that you're going to get under a freak storm of 3 or 4 inches and there'll be water running down the waterways. So I want to get this taken care of this afternoon. There's really just no slicker way to pick up bales than to have a bale wagon that you can just set down with the 3-point and have a spear on the back and a spear on the front. You can drive around and collect a couple bales at a time, load them up. It's just awesome. Pick the trailer up and you're gone. All right, I'm going to take a quick break from picking up round bales. I've got some custom baling to do for the neighbor here. We were not planning on this hay being ready today, but he went and checked it and it's dry enough to get going on it. We're going to try to beat this rainstorm that's moving in. We're square baling hay in a tornado warning, because why not? Well, we did not get done. We got wet. Well, we caught a pretty good rain this afternoon, probably about 1/2 inch. I haven't gotten to the rain gauge yet to take a look and see what exactly we got, but it's actually a really good deal because, amazingly enough, thinking back to the 4th of July, we were just trying to make hay and it was raining every day, and here we are the 15th, 16th of July, and we were already getting so dry that the lawns were dying and the corn was starting to curl up in certain places, and we were needing some rain. So the only thing I wish I would have gotten done is I wish I would have been able to get some dry fertilizer put down. I like to put some down in between cuttings on some of my grass hay, and I did not get that done today before it rained, but oh well, I'm sure it'll rain again, and if it doesn't, the fertilizer wasn't going to pay off anyway, I guess. You know, it's funny in farming. Last night I was mad that it was raining because we were trying to square bale, and as it turned out, the guy that we were custom baling for decided that the bales that we'd made yesterday before we got rained out was going to be enough to get him through what he wanted to do. So today it rained and I'm happy. I don't think you can ever make a farmer completely happy with weather, because when we want to be in the field, we want it to be perfectly dry. We want a nice, good, long stretch of dry weather to get our field work done, our hay baled up. But as soon as we're done, we want it to rain right away so that it can start growing the crops, start growing the next cutting of hay. Sometimes we're pretty hard to please. Thanks for riding along. I'll see you next time.